That's not how the Force works.
I don't care!
Put a chicken in and make her name it gay!
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to... we need a name, so we got my co-host here. I want you all to meet him, Josh, from the Den of Nerds. I've linked his channel down below. Some of you
What's
know
up,
him.
everybody?
I'm worth 500, man. Why won't you pay me? I need 500 to feed my family. I want 500 to do the stream with you. 3 to do the stream with you. Give me 500 right now, bro. Give me 500 or I'll seriously quit nerd theory. I wanna be paid what I'm worth. I wanna be paid what I'm worth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm worth 500, man. Why won't you pay me? I need 500 to feed my family. I want 500 to the stream with you. The 8 to the stream with you. To the stream with you.
Love you guys. We'll catch you later. Have a great day.
Out, chat. Appreciate you guys.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
G'day guys and welcome back to Casual Rage. Prepare to start the show, R2. This is where the fun begins. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Casual Rage 232, where we casually rage out about the topics of the week. We've got actually a lot to talk about. I've got a lot of tabs open. I actually don't really think that there's a lot to talk about. There's just a lot of tabs to go with the few things that we have to talk about. We've got a few celebrities that we need to talk about. Just sort of the general, consensus feel around Hollywood right now. I will say it definitely comes across as a little fake too. We definitely got some Star Wars news that we need to talk about. We've got a couple of trailers to watch, a little bit of Brie Larson to talk about that I just heard about this morning. And yeah, I got to give some shout out to Melvin. Melvin, dude, genius. Absolute genius. You got it, Nutrium. Absolute genius. Dude, when he played those songs on his stream, I laughed. And then obviously I'm so happy that he put some videos and he edited a little bit and turned it into almost like a music video. So good. The leaks are insane. Oh man. How good. Pay me $500 and lick my asshole. Oh man. I'm not a singer, so don't rely on me to be able to sing this properly, but I just thought it was great. He did 2 songs and I thought that they were both really good, and I'm not usually an AI, the AI music out there. The only kind of stuff that I've liked is, have you heard the 1950s or 1960s versions of some of the rap songs, like Dr. Dre and Eminem and stuff like that? I've seen those. They're actually really good. Really good. Why do I look like I've got a black eye? I mean, I know I always have this dark around my eyes, and it is because of my... I don't like saying insomnia because it's not like I know what insomnia is. I've gone through insomnia. It's more an inability to get to sleep. I'll put my phone down sometimes and will literally lay awake thinking in my own head for an hour or two. Not doing anything. How's that? Warning, suspicious calling. There you go. I could have shown you the number and you guys could have. Now, yeah, 2 streams set up. This is a StreamYard thing. It's a StreamYard thing. I don't know what what the thing is. So I went in and I got rid of that other one. I noticed that other people had just been, because it says recommended on the one. It's you've got the landscape shot and then the other one. And I just don't understand what's the purpose of that. Because even on people's phones, they can just turn on the stream like this. They don't need it to be like that. And even in the picture that it was, you're cutting out so much anyway. I would have had to have sat right in the center of the screen to make sure. So silly. So silly. We've got Firafema in the chat. How you doing? Mike Hill. How you doing? Gabriel Knight, good to see you. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yep. Actually, it's 1 minute and 41 seconds long. It's too long. I'll use it as an ad break when I need to go and refill a drink or something.
I like to get into a vibe. You know what I mean? So we'll get into it. We'll discuss it all.
I'm not playing it. It's too long and I don't want to see him. Oh, excuse me. Here I am burping again into the mic. It's because I'm drinking V. Fucking gives me the burps. But at least if I actually was to into the mic, I'd excuse myself. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. Should have muted the mic. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Dude, I wouldn't even know where to start with the AI stuff. I don't even use it. I still just use Google and I barely even use Siri. I never even really use Siri, to be fair. Papa Palpatine's Pizza Padawan, how you doing? Dengar Renegade, how you doing? Good to see you. Josh is so cringe. It's even hard to listen to people roast him. I don't mind that because it's easy. It's actually kind of really easy to. I mean, I think it's too easy. You know, it's really funny. I almost feel like I'm punching down. You know, he might have more subs and all of that kind of shit, a bit more of a following on the YouTube side of things in the internet world. But, yeah. But I kind of feel that way about Doomcock. And if I was to ever talk about Mike Zero, though, like, the crazy thing is like Doomcock and those, you know, Cameron Pashas out there and those sorts of people, and I would even argue Den of Nerds is so much like Mike Zero, but yet we acknowledge the fact that Mike Zero is just a troll. He just does it for the click and that's it. But there's so many people out there that, oh man. Somebody the other day, I can't remember who it was. I've been watching that much. I watched a little bit of Bane of the Shills, Star Wars Marvel Purists. I rewatched a little bit of that on Twitter. I hate the fact that he's been taken off YouTube. I really hate the fact that he's been taken off YouTube. But what my point was like somebody was talking about Stephanie Genesack the other day. Man. I haven't paid any attention to that side of the internet, like that corner of the internet in so long. Zero is a hero. Free purist, I agree with that. Geordie, how you doing? How you doing? I meant it's hard to listen to him talk. No, I completely agree with that. Even when people, when people are breaking it down or like doing... like, you know, rewatching a stream or something like that, it is hard to... That's why it was hard for me last week, because I'd watched 20 minutes of his stream going through all of that stuff so that I could clip it out. And then during clipping it out, I had to watch it again, of course. And then I watched it again with you guys. It is hard. It's hard because of how like disgusting he is too. Like those the snorts, the sniffs, the he's got so many tweaks, like the hands and the like, and they're over dramatic movements. The way he drank his coffee. This is why I think like there's drugs involved. And again, it's just my opinion, it's my speculation, and dude, it happens sometimes when people start coming into some money or something like that. They start, you know, rebelling against, you know, some of their principles that were instilled in them, especially if they feel like it's rebellious against their parents and what they, I know I certainly went down that path. Huh. Yeah, Melvin. I know, like, he made an appearance on, but he made an appearance as Josh on, what was it? They brought back Rule of Three or something. And then he left, and then, and his explanation makes sense. Like, he was thinking about going back on, but he wanted to go on, and he wanted to debate, and he wanted to talk with Josh. Now, he wanted to do that purely from a point of view that he knew that he had Josh. He knew that he could shut him down. He knew that he could, like, completely destroy him on every premise of everything that he was talking about. From, you know, apologizing to Kathleen Kennedy, to all the rumors and the hype train that he always constantly pushes, all of that stuff. And this is why Josh is so afraid of Melvin. I mean, I guess I could do the same thing. You know, if he wants, if Josh really does want to put a face to it and he's so afraid of Melvin because he sits behind a mask and he's a character, you know, then I'll do it. Star Wars Marvel purists will do it. His name's Justin, by the way. I don't know if Grizzy would go so far to do it. I know that I know that OG Star Wars would do it. Wouldn't you think? Oh man, imagine her going in there. She'd destroy him. The problem that I see with the only issue that I see with somebody like OG is that, and credit to her in this sense, is that she doesn't watch the Disney stuff. Now, yes, she watches people's reviews like myself and others, right, to get the context, and she can make her judgment calls from a lot of those things, which I'm not saying that she can't. But if you're going in with somebody that's watched all the Disney canon, they're saying that stuff in that is good. They're saying they're trying to hype up the next things. Now, yes, you can shut down a lot of that by like colliding it with the EU and saying, well, this is what the EU did and this is why it's better. But you've almost got to, because the immediate thing that they will say, the shill will say, is that, well, the EU's not canon anymore, which is true to them and Disney and everything. It's not to us, obviously. It always is canon and it always will be canon. Oh, Jesus. Smoke another ciggy. I get off to it. Crazy. But, yeah. It's I think it'd be good if Melvin could just do a stream with Theory. No, shush you. So that Melvin, like, it should be and it doesn't even have to be a long or a massive stream. It should be more like an interview style, actually. How good would that actually be for content for Theory if what Josh was saying about his content and stuff like that, after everything that's happened, and the fact that even in that last stream, it looked like, I was watching one of Grizzy's videos, I'm pretty sure, it might have been fucking Purist again. I can't even remember now. But like, they were pointing out that everybody in the chat was wanting Melvin to come on, or there was a heap of people. And Melvin has gained, like, credit to him as well. He has gained a massive following and like, you know, and he's building, which is really, really good to see. But it looked like Theory wanted him on to come on and actually let's do the debate and everything. Since that didn't happen, and now that all of this has happened, why wouldn't you get Melvin on to essentially do an interview style? Like, okay, well, you know, if you had to come on with Josh, what would you have wanted to say? What would you have wanted to do? Now, the thing is with Melvin is he's already said all the stuff that he wants to say basically to Josh, and continues to through his videos and through his streams. But you got to remember, there's sometimes, you know, the amount of times I've repeated my, you know, what I have problems with tracking fobs and hyperspace and blah, 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 blah. The ones that are here, like, constantly, they're the ones that are thinking, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. But there is always someone in the chat that hasn't heard it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And especially when you're going from a 10,000 subscribers Melvin's got to 3 million subscriber channel, and you're coming on there, I think Melvin should see if he can line something up like that. If he was going to do anything. You don't have to make it so like interview style. You can have it just as a conversation and everything, but like at least Melvin, at least the audience can at least, so fucking they see even more so how much of a pussy fucking Josh is. Imagine what that would do as well. Like Theory, I know you might not be in your nature, like it being spiteful or whatever. I don't know if it would be, whatever the case may be. But, fuck. He did throw you under the bus in what he said. You've never mentioned tracking fobs before. Oh, that's good. That's good. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. But this is what Josh doesn't understand, is that there are now thousands of people that feel and think the exact same way that Melvin does, that I do, that Tim does, that Grizzy does, that Justin does, that OG Star Wars does, that Ryan Kennel does. I think Ryan is finally sitting there going, thank God people just did not continue going down this fucking, oh my God, it's so amazing fucking path. Yes, there are those people. But we're going to, with some of the things that we're going to go through today, we're going to see how small or how much of a minority that actually is. That side of the fan base. G'day, Decrepit. How you doing? I feel that Josh has done that to himself the best. His ex-tweet lately have everyone ratioing him. Sorry, whoa. Ratioing him. I actually went to his channel. Where is it? This is the thing. There'll be people out there that just watch, don't watch streams. They just watch his videos and stuff like that. I used to just be a video watcher. Now I'm more a stream watcher than I am a video watcher. Let me just bring his channel up here really quickly. How long ago did it go down? How many days ago was it that it all went down? Do you reckon? Has it been a week? Has it been 7 days? No. Was it Tuesday last week? Oh man, I can't fucking remember. Because I don't actually know when they actually did the stream. You're probably right, but it would be great. It would be. This is the thing. We're more than happy and willing to have these debates with these people. Like, seriously. As dumb as I think somebody like J.I. Akob is, dude, you want to have a chat? You want to talk about some Star Wars? Let's have a chat. Let's talk about some Star Wars. I don't think it'll make for great content, but I'd still have that conversation. And fuck, man, it will not go well for you. And that's the problem, is that you know that it won't go well for you, and that's why Joshy Boy ran away. I feel like this is I almost feel like that this is a self-sabotage thing now. I'm almost going conspiracy. Josh was getting so scared of Melvin and the fact that Theory was so close to just throwing him the link on that last stream that he needed to get out of there. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. Pussy is on 4-week subscriber only mode. No shit. Well, I subbed just so that I could actually see if anything popped up. And I only just subbed because of this. I'll unsub. I thought he had more than that. I honestly did. That's still too much for the kind of bullshit content that he does. Invite his fake wife as well with Jacob. Well, I don't ever think that I'd be able to have like a debate with Sawyer. That would not go down. Should try and make me apologize. Fuck. I'd have a conversation. I'd have a debate with Alex from Star Wars Explained. Become a member? No, so it's subscriber only. You just need to be subbed. I don't really comment that much anyway, to be fair. SWA, how you doing? Ultimate Rockman, how are you? Join his Patreon. So yeah, anyway, I was having a look and like, I mean, I think that was before the incident. That's after. Still 44,000 views, 20,000 views. Live streams. Is that clipped from live streams? I don't understand. Why is that only 18 minutes long? Oh, and there it's all 4 years ago. I was about to say 114,000 views. That's all 4 years ago. 5 years ago. Okay, so you don't keep your live streams up? Huh. Oh, hang on. Let's go to here. I just needed to snort then for a second. I had to mute myself though. Members only. There you go. Can't even see the view count. 6 hours ago, 4.4. That's down. If we're being honest, there is a 5.2 stream in there. That's from 9 days ago. So hang on. Where's the... Okay, so that's the meltdown. He gets 13,000 views. No. No. Look at the way you're holding that cup. So this is the meltdown. 7 days ago. 14,000 views, members only on that watch party. Makes sense. 8.4, 7.2, 4.4, and don't know on that one. Big chillin' stream. I wonder what he talked about. So yeah, I mean, I just, with YouTube and the way the algorithm is and all of this kind of shit right now, I don't know. Because I will say, YouTube has been kind of fucking bit crazy. I'm going to just chuck the link to Melvin's, that song that I played at the beginning, in the chat really quickly. I got to make sure that I give him credit. I used it. Go and give Melvin a sub. Oh, the other thing that I thought was hilarious, Oh, what? It was again, I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. It's either Grizzy or it's one of their videos. Josh tried to talk about a Discord server that tried to get fucking Melvin cancelled, and it was a fake Discord server, and how the FBI should be watching out for Melvin and stuff like that. I thought it was hilarious. But and then sent Theory something while they were live, hoping that maybe, that's what he sent to him to try and stop him from getting on that stream. You know, like anyone that's a knight, anyone that's in the Knights of Melvin Discord, but anyone that truly is a knight knows that there's very, very strict rules in regards to getting into Melvin's Discord. Now, I don't know whether or not since I got into his Discord, whether or not the rules have changed, whether or not he's lightened up, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, he claims to lurk in a Discord that doesn't exist. But even Melvin's true Discord that does exist is not the easiest thing to get into. Everything is locked until you go through the process of becoming or proving that you are a knight. And I have no doubt that there are people that might scam their way in there, but they eventually do get found out. And if you honestly had a Joshy boy in there even lurking, it wouldn't even matter. There's nothing in there that's FBI, look at this worthy. The leaks are insane. The leaks are insane. I love it. I fucking love it. It was so good. And I'm not an AI fucking music person. All right, what do we got? Let's talk a little bit about Sydney Sweeney, because honestly, I hate it when this happens. Last week we do our stream. Everything's awesome. Everything's good. It was actually a really good stream because we had a little bit of that drama. We spent 2 hours going over fucking Joshy boy and Theory's fucking drama. But then the very next day, the Sydney Sweeney thing happens. Now, I don't know whether or not we'd even would have had time to cover it on last week's stream. But despite that, it still annoys me because, like, honestly, I probably should have done a video on it. But despite not doing that, again, it's a whole week until we get to talk about it. But then in between all of that, whoa, that was like, tasted really sour for a second. In amongst all of that, I like talk about it on Flashcast and wherever else I end up. I did Night's Watch this week. That's always cool hanging out with Shad. It was a bit of fun. Gave him shit for liking Predator, a movie I haven't even seen. Man, let me just say this before we actually do get into the Sydney Sweeney thing. Shad was explaining the Predator movie to me, Predator Badlands, and he liked it. He enjoyed it. I don't actually know what rating he actually gives it, but he liked it. He did enjoy it. And purely based on the explanation that he gave, I hate it. Now, again, I need context. And I actually said to him, look, I'll watch it just to get the context. I'm not going to go to the theaters. I'm not going to go and pay to see this movie. But I will see it. And after I watch it, I'll have a little bit more context because I was saying some stuff that might have been a little bit over the top and not really what anyone was saying. I have heard a couple of people talking about it, like your Grace Randolphs and stuff like that. In fact, I think Grizzy, Yeah, Grizzy's done a couple of videos. We might actually watch one of those. We might actually watch one of those. She called it a rom-com or something. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll see we'll get the context. No, he didn't, did he? I'd actually like to see that reaction. I really would actually like to see that reaction. I want to see how Theory's feeling towards Joshy after let's see. I'm curious to know whether or not Theory does feel like fucking he's been thrown under the bus by Josh. There's a good way to do this too. Hold on. I'm just going to drag this over. Hey guys, we got a bit more time on our hands today. It doesn't matter. We can chill. We can chill. How you doing, lurkers? I know you're there. I know you're there. All right, let me share my screen real quick here. And, but YouTube's changed. See, you used to be able to hover over the top and it'd bring up the little box and fucking show you the screen. But now you gotta... That's it, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, here we go. Timing. The timing. I just moved the cursor to somewhere and it was perfect.
And I agree. But it's funny. But I'm
Oh, this is going to be good. Now, look, I do want to say this again. I am not like... It's so difficult because, okay, Star Wars Theory, I don't agree with him on a lot of stuff. Obviously, when it comes to Star Wars, when it comes to Disney Star Wars, it seems though that in the back of his mind, he's almost in a little bit of denial. He's almost in a little bit of, I feel like, I'm just saying, I feel like he's in a little bit of denial. Where he wants Star Wars and he wants, like, Star Wars is his life. He's built businesses around Star Wars and all of that sort of thing. He certainly has a vested interest in not wanting Star Wars to completely die out. You know, he's invested time, money, everything else. Now, people can make their arguments in regards to his sabers are made in China and he's making fucking heaps of money. What? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I care about Star Wars, right? And I care about how people are like fighting for the things that they like, the things, these IPs in the culture and everything. And to sit there and say, oh, that was a shit episode, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10 or something like that. That's being disingenuous in my eyes. And I don't, just because a situation like this happens and I'm sitting here basically defending Theory in all of this, you can't equate that to me agreeing with him on Star Wars. And people will. I know it sounds ridiculous to say something like that out loud. It really does. But there are people that will fucking do that. It's crazy out there.
Where's the song?
Just get a bit of the...
Oh.
Ha,
Give me
Rhino
500 in
Theory's
your official song. Fuck, dude.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to... we need a name, so we got my co-host here. I want you all to meet him, Josh. Oh,
Oh,
God.
Nerds.
I've linked his channel down below. Some of you
What's
know
up,
him.
everybody?
Is that the first show?
Yeah.
Damn, that was the first show. That was in my old apartment. Okay, let's just watch. Hey,
Hey,
what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome to... We need a name, so we got my co-host.
We
here.
need a name.
I want you all to meet him, Josh.
We haven't done the name yet.
From
That's
the Den
crazy.
of Nerds. I've linked his channel down below. Some of
What's
you
up,
know him.
everybody?
I'm worth 500, man. Why won't you pay me? I need 500 to feed my family.
Fucking hell.
Straight off the bat.
With you, theory, to do the stream with you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah,
See, this is going to be all nostalgia. I can hear.
Give me 500 and suck my asshole. I'm worth it, baby. You know
Ah.
that the leaks are insane. They are insane.
Ah.
The leaks are insane.
Give me 500
It's. I will say, for an AI song, it's fucking great.
500, bro, you owe me. I'm seriously going to quit nerd theory. If you don't give me more money, I'm Joshy.
Yeah, I could understand how Theory's feeling too throughout all of this. Like, he honestly thought that he'd grown a friendship with this man. You know, you see him reacting to some of the clips that Melvin's put into the song. You know, some of the moments, them dressing up for probably Halloween, something like that. Like, there is nostalgia for Theory and all of that. And it's probably heartbreaking for him in the fact that he honestly thought that they were friends, more so than co-hosts or more so than work colleagues, more so than just YouTube buddies. Fucking, and look, drugs will do that to you. Drugs will do that to you.
I'm Joshy.
Like, I'm laughing, but I'm also sad. It's like 5
exactly.
years, man.
I understand, yeah.
So it's hard to laugh at this, but yeah, it's like a breakup.
Yeah, I know.
Give me 500 right now, bro. Give me 500 or I'll seriously quit nerd theory. I want to be paid what I'm worth. I want to be paid what I'm worth. You know what I mean?
Okay, fuck, dude, I can't.
Yeah.
This is- fuck.
You know what I mean? I'm worth 500, man. Why won't you pay me? I need
This makes me sad, dude. It's
Does he
funny.
not watch the rest of
Shout out
it?
to Melvin, it's funny, and I agree, but fuck, it's sad, dude.
Tell me he goes back.
Damn. I guess I gotta finish it now.
Okay, good.
Why won't you pay me? I need 500 to feed my family. I want 500 to the stream with you. Theory to the stream.
See, the other thing too that I want to say is, like, you know, I guess the other thing for Theory is that at least, like, Josh did have that positivity towards Star Wars still. Like, if let's say he was to do, and this is what blows my mind, because somebody like Dash, who was completely against Disney Star Wars and then comes in and starts shilling for Disney Star Wars, that, like, blows my mind. Honestly, honest to God, one of the very first people that I ever spoke to on YouTube was Dash. And it was only one of our very first full Aussie shows. And it's only because Lethal knew Dash and, you know, they talked EU and stuff like that. And the crazy thing for me is that Dash seemed quite knowledgeable about the EU. And then when you see him on the Theory show that they do, it's like, whoa, okay. maybe it's just because I didn't know as much as I know now, but wow. So yeah, like the people that fucking Theory seems to want to do these weekly shows or collabs with are people that still have hope or still are coping along with different narratives to justify Disney Star Wars being good. And this is why I think that it would be good for Theory even just once without the other guys. Fuck the other guys. Get rid of Stupendous Wave for a day. Get rid of Dash for a day. You and Melvin talk about Star Wars. Talk about the fan base. Talk about the, talk about Josh. Talk about fucking Star Wars Explained. Fuck. Melvin's got all the fucking lore. You are involved in that lore. Have a good conversation about it. Blow the shit off the roof of the fan base that you've culminated in your chat Theory that is like, like every time. The only reason why Theory says, oh, that was a shit episode, and then goes on to give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 is because he says, oh, that was a shit episode, and half his chat turns on him. That's what it feels like. Oh, that was a bunch of filler. The chat fucking blows up. Theory, where the fuck is... Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was maybe a 7 out of 10. I just thought that this was like fucking blow the roof off it. I think with what Melvin's done and what Melvin's been able to achieve just as a creator on YouTube, as a Star Wars creator on YouTube, and there's now Melvin lore within the Star Wars Theory corner of the internet. I mean, it's been there for a while, but there is now a massive amount of Melvin lore within the Star Wars Theory fan base. And I know that you've had Melvin on before and he's just come on and, done his little bit or whatever. Yep, $500 dues. You know what's really funny about Melvin's lore is expansive? It's also expensive, $500 an appearance Theory for Melvin. I'll be his agent. I want 30%, Melvin. Let's just finish this and then we'll move on. We spent so much time last week on this, and look, it's relevant. It's obviously, I don't know what's been the result of it. I haven't watched even really theories. Like, this is really what I've seen. I watched a little bit of like probably further down here. I was like, I'm bored. I think I went on and watched one of Gary's Nooners or something.
Bro, did he buy that many Cokes? That's crazy. Oh, I get the joke. Fucking hell.
He gets the... he doesn't know how to react because, like, this is the thing, Theory. Yes, he was your friend. He betrayed you twice. I always get betrayed you twice. He betrayed you twice. You've got no loyalty to him to not sit there and actually like have a good chuckle at it. Now, yes, I know you're feeling the brunt of losing what you thought, like I said, was a friend of yours and a close friend or a good friend or whatever. But dude, fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. It almost feels like if Josh was to come crawling back, he'd fucking suck his asshole.
Peace out, chat. Appreciate you guys.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think you would.
I'm laughing on the inside.
I believe you.
Unfortunate. Let's wish him the best and move on. All right.
All right. Yeah, see, yeah. Theory just wants to move on. That was still good. All right. We can get rid of that. Let's get into some of the fucking shit that we were going to talk about, shall we? So, yes, we were going to just launch straight into Sydney Sweeney. And we are still going to launch straight into Sydney Sweeney. That's what she said. Drumch. Well, that's what he said, really. Now, look, we've all seen the clip. We'll play it again. Fucking Michael Knowles, Vance Sweeney, 28. Funny. Let's just take a listen and we'll because there's been more to this. And why wouldn't there be? Why not just keep going after Sydney Sweeney, the one person that actually keeps her mouth shut more than anybody else? That's the most crazy thing I got to say about this is that, yes, you could look at Sydney Sweeney's actions. You can look at some of the things that Sydney Sweeney's done, and you could kind of probably paint a picture of which way she leans politically and that sort of thing. But we don't know. It's all speculation. And the thing is even if she was just, let's say, sitting in the middle and you've got people like this bitch asking her questions in such a sleazy, fucking unintelligent, gross way in comparison to, let's say, somebody else. I don't know. I'd have to see some of the other interviews. But the reason why we see interviews like this and the reason why these things go viral is because of how disgustingly worded, phrased the questions are. The sleaziness and the spitefulness behind the questions being asked, and of course the responses. Because the only people that actually know how to respond with any sort of class seem to be the conservatives within Hollywood that tend to actually have to keep their mouth shut, to be honest.
I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
I can't, like, even just that, the jeans are uncontroversial, jeans are awesome. And this is all through the lead up to getting to the main question.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad or truth.
I just want to point out in like pretty much like a 5-second span there, or a couple of seconds at least, since she actually started talking to rephrase the question, she hasn't given it eye contact once. Looking down there the whole time, right? It cuts away.
I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean,
cuts back. She's still looking down.
About the jeans ad, or Truth Social about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment.
Not looking at her. Not looking at her.
For anyone, and I wondered.
Not looking at her.
What that was like.
And then what that was like. It's so, like, I just can't stand these people. Like, you are the most fake scum of the earth person on the... You're bottom of the barrel people of the planet. So disgusting. Because in the way that she's, like, not doing the eye contact thing, she knows that her question is built on bullshit. She knows that she's just going for a viral clip. I mean, she essentially got what she wanted. She got a viral clip, but the viral clip that she got showed how disgusting she were and just made Sydney Sweeney even more awesome. Whereas she wanted it the other way around. She wanted to get the gotcha on Sydney everybody starts seeing Sydney as like, oh, what? How? Like, gross. Why would you say that? Why would you do that? She almost wants like Sydney to come out and like, oh, I apologize if that's the way you felt about the jeans ad. And then all the people on our side go, oh, Sydney, you apologized. You're just like the rest of them or something like that. She wants, through this questioning, she wants to destroy Sydney Sweeney. And it comes across in her body language, the way she phrases the questions, the little slyness. She's slunched over in this interview so much, sticking her head out and like poking her head around instead of like sitting there talking to her.
It was surreal.
It was surreal. And it would be totally human. I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public.
Oh,
and conveniently, some very powerful people had my back in public, and I wondered if you felt that way.
I don't think that. It's not that feeling didn't. I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16 hours.
She almost sort of half had her with that question because Sydney got sort of stuck, I feel.
Days, and I don't really bring my phone on set.
And she'd be thinking that. I almost got her. Almost got her. Here we go. Here we go. Almost had her. She's going to break.
I don't really see a lot of it.
You've made a really good case for keeping your thoughts and your life separate from that work.
You've made a really good case for that. What case does she need to make for that?
But the risk is that, there's a chance that somebody will get some idea about what you think about certain issues and feel like, I don't want to see Christy because of that. Like, do you worry about that?
No.
Even just the way that she asks questions. Think about that. Ugh, fucking so fake.
No.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about
just the wrinkles on the head. I just thought I'd give you an opportunity to talk about that. I think she drags that out.
Specifically?
Oh, no, it's the specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Great. So, of course, that blew up throughout the course of this week. I haven't really looked into a lot of the details of it all. I have no doubt that there are people out there that's saying, oh, Sydney Sweeney refuses to denounce white supremacy. Despite the fact that the question was like, oh, the criticism towards your jeans ads was that you shouldn't be flaunting your whiteness and saying that it gives you good genes and you're an amazing person because you're white, which is not what the ad is at all. And Sydney completely like, the great thing about Sydney's answer is like, she's not validating her thought process on the fact that she thinks that it's a racist ad. She's not even acknowledging the fact that it's just a jeans ad. All she says is that if there's something that I want to speak about, you'll hear about it. Now, I will say, I think that there's a few more people that are now starting to maybe take a page out of Sydney Sweeney's book. Now, I was talking about this on my stream last night or yesterday. I was playing a bit of Red Dead Redemption, and I talked about this a little bit. And I did ask the chat, like, is it fake? Is it just actors being actors? Most of the chat said yes. But we are going to go through some of those things. But before we do, apparently Ruby Rose says that Sydney Sweeney is the reason Christy tanked. Now, okay, let's talk about this for a second. Christy did not perform well at the box office. I don't know what its budget was. I don't know even what the results were. I just heard on the grapevine And again, I don't follow box office stuff. I'm not a massive person. I know that there's people out there that have been going, oh, all these people that usually report on box office tanks and stuff like this aren't talking about Sydney Sweeney's movie tanking. Like, I've seen people talking about how Sydney Sweeney's movie's not doing well, how it is a flop. Like, I've seen it out there, and I've seen it from, like, our corner of the internet. I think Josiah did a video. I just remember seeing his thumbnail on something to do with it, and I'm pretty sure it was that. But, you know, Ruby Rose, she's a lesbian. She probably wanted the role. In fact, I believe that she auditioned or had some sort of a role lined up in this movie for this Christie movie. This is the thing. Like, I don't know whether or not she thinks that because she would have been in it, it would have made it better. Acting is acting. You know, I mean, I don't understand, like, and this just goes to show how far we've actually fallen, really, when it comes down to it. Because if you think about something like Philadelphia, you know, Tom Hanks, a great acting performance. Great acting performance. But what is he portrayed as? A gay man, right? Tom Hanks isn't gay. Would Ruby Rose like to go back in time and cancel and denounce fucking Tom Hanks for playing that role? Or do we just give him the credit that he deserves for playing the role well? You know, acting and pretending, and you've got to be the person that you're pretending to be. What? Could Ruby Rose be trying to chase clout? Oh, 100% she could be. 100% she probably is, to be fair. Jesus Davila, how you doing? Everything that you've been in, Ruby Rose, has been fucking shit. But I can't get over. And okay, so yes, Sydney Sweeney's movie's bombed. It's tanked at the box office. It's not a movie for me. I don't, and like I did see something else as well where Sydney Sweeney has come out after being asked about the movie tanking or the movie bombing, and she's just said, and this is again the brilliance of Sydney Sweeney. She doesn't come out and say, oh, it's all the white straight men out there that don't want to see a lesbian fighter, this strong female woman in the ring fighting and all this. No, she doesn't say that. She just says it was really enjoyable to make, or it was really fun. It was really good. I'm really proud of what we did. I don't even think she said anything along the lines as it's not for everyone or anything like that. All she did was praise the work that they put in, despite being poked and prodded for controversial, like, statements. But as I was saying, I think that Sydney Sweeney, there's a bit of a, I don't know if it's obviously because of Sydney or anything, but there seems to be a Sydney Sweeney effect going on in Hollywood, it would seem right now. And to me, it just comes across as fake. It comes across as actors being actors. And I wish actors would just go back to being actors, being entertainers, like even just doing comedy bits and things like that, poking fun at themselves, Nobody can do that anymore in Hollywood. Now, the three people that I'm actually going to be talking about is Keira Knightley, Jennifer Lawrence, and what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton. So Keira Knightley obviously gets asked about the whole trans thing recently. Now, I don't know whether or not she is truly naive to everything that's going on. I do find it hard to believe that, especially being part of, let's say, the Harry Potter world and everything, that she is completely naive to the entire situation. But let's just play this for a little reminder of what she had to say recently.
In the new Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, given J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
I was not aware of that. No, I'm very sorry. You know,
and she got fucking shit on just for that little laugh in there. Now, I think that's I don't know. People want to say that's a laugh at them. I think she's kind of like just laughing. I don't know. It's a deflective laugh.
I think we're all living in a period of time right now. We're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. So I hope that we can all find respect.
Sorry.
Yeah, now see, I don't even really kind of buy that from Keira Knightley either. You know, I don't see how we're supposed to be able to get along when one side just wants death and murder and violence, and the other side is just fighting for truth and God and fucking, you know, reality. So I don't know how we're supposed to live together doing that. But once again, it is a deflective answer where she's not getting into the weeds of it. She's not trying to bring her political views or anything onto the project that she's doing. And again, the question comes from the stupid reporter. Now, I don't have, I wish, this is a really bad video of it as well. The audio's fine, but just a really bad video of it. But, you know, this is Jennifer Lawrence recently talking about, you know, the current political climate and the artistic world that she works in. Now, this is the other thing too, as opposed to Keira Knightley, is Jennifer Lawrence was she was the first female movie star. Action movie star. She, I believe, has been quite outspoken on a couple of political things, maybe not nowhere near as much as fucking some of those other fucking idiots out there like your Robert De Niro's, but I think she's been relatively outspoken out there on the political climate and shit that's going on. Let's take a listen to what she now has to say.
I don't really know if I should. I think like the first Trump administration was so wild, and just how can we let this stand?
What wild? How can we let what stand? The fact that the world was in one of the best states when it comes to economies that we have ever seen. You know, the best 4 years of my life here in Australia, financially, my ability to just live and everything was Trump's first term.
Like, I felt like I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But as we've learned, election after election,
you were all full of shit, and the fascist dictator did not take over like a fascist dictator, and you still call him fascist. This is why I think it's just so fake. It's just so fake. Because the thing is let's say the Democrats were to win the next election, we're going to see a reverse video to this from this same person. Complete flip-flop.
Celebrities do not make a difference whatsoever on who people vote for.
Yeah, you
and
still
so then
try.
what am I doing? I'm just sharing my opinion on something that's going to just add fuel to a fire that's ripping the country apart. I mean, we are so divided with this temperature.
The crazy thing is that they're the ones that have done most of it. They're the ones that have done most of the dividing. In fact, that they continue to want the division. And this is the thing. Everybody wants to sort of throw Jennifer Lawrence a little bit of credit here. Like, oh my God. What she goes into next is like, you know, again, it kind of feels like you're saying a little bit of the quiet bit out loud.
And the way that things can turn out, I don't want to start turning people off to films and to art that could change consciousness or change the world.
To change consciousness or to change the world. So instead of me putting my personal politics out to dry for you guys to pick apart and everything and then try and relate that to seeing or not seeing my movie, I'd rather put my own individual politics into the fucking thing, shut up so that you'll all go and see it, and hopefully that will change your mind or change your consciousness. We're seeing it with fucking Disney. We're seeing it with fucking Netflix. All the fucking, you know, all those kids' shows that they're putting out there to try and fucking propagandize them from a very young age so that by the time they get into school and stuff, the pronoun fucking shit is completely normal and all the bullshit is all normal. All the lies and all the bullshit is normal. So Jennifer Lawrence, you might be sitting there and saying, oh, you know, all celebrities, we say shit. And what difference does it make? That just makes people look at us from the other side of the aisle and fucking shame us and hate us and not want to go and see our art. But in our art, we're trying to change your mind. We're trying to use propaganda in our art to change your mind. And I'd rather keep my mouth shut so you'll go and see that than me open my mouth and risk getting the audience that I can change their minds. Because the audience that already believe in the bullshit propaganda you put into your entertainment or into your propaganda are already going to go and see it. They already believe it. And they already start to put the things together. Oh my God, I see myself. Oh my God, I see the real world. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. This is actually the worst one out of all of them. I actually think that anybody out there that's sitting there saying, oh, Jennifer Lawrence, she's taking a bit of a step back and she's like, oh, a bit better. All bullshit. Bullshit. Like I said, as soon as the climate changes, as soon as the Democrats are back in office again, and they're back full steam ahead pushing fucking LGBTQ gay, stick it in your ass propaganda through all the kids' entertainment and just fucking doing sex changes and fucking race changes and all the fucking bullshit that we see, and they're full steam ahead with that, you'll be sitting there going, yes, it was finally good to get that fascist out of office so that we can now do and say what we want to say, and fuck you if you're a Nazi if you disagree. Yes, the climate has changed because there are now consequences for your words. We're using your own fucking shit against you. Charlie Kirk dies for 2 days, maybe. We're going to cool down the temperature. Third day comes out, we're doing a press conference first thing in the morning so that we can call them all Nazis and fucking fascists again. Like, you're all full of shit. You are all full of shit, and nobody listens to you anymore. You've already burnt the bridge of your celebrity status when it comes to it. You can try and backpedal all you like now, Jennifer Lawrence. You can try and backpedal all you like now to any of those celebrities out there. Well, what do you think, in all honesty, if Mark Ruffalo was to come out there and start backpedaling? What if Mark Ruffalo was the one sitting there going, yeah, look, you know, one thing that I've noticed taking a little bit of a step back is that, you know, we talk about all these things with our celebrity platforms and our celebrity status, and, you know, it really doesn't make any difference. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark Ruffalo, that you were a piece of shit for so long. Now I like you. That's not how that fucking works.
I try to express myself and my politics through my work. I made a documentary called Bread and Roses about the Taliban retakeover in Afghanistan, and Zurovsky versus Texas about the abortion ban. Pretty much a lot.
Oh, so you've gone into actually doing fucking... That's why we haven't seen you in anything recently, Jennifer Lawrence, because you've become an activist documentary maker. Well done. Well done. You've turned your pretty good career into a fucking bomb that in fucking 100 years time, when this is looked back on as history, your documentaries are going to mean fucking nothing. No one's going to watch them or bother seeing them. Or if they do watch them, they'll be watching them to laugh at them and say like, look, we better not fucking repeat this, despite the fact that history is doomed to repeat itself. You guys are fucking idiots.
Of my movies coming out from my production company are expressions of the political landscape.
Oh, so they're not entertainment. Oh, I don't know how people actually saw what, and I never watched this whole fucking thing. I don't even know how people see this as Jennifer Lawrence is like backpedaling on the political heat within Hollywood. And no. She's just talked about how the stuff that she's making now is basically the bullshit propaganda through documentaries. She just did a Taliban one. I don't know. Maybe it's legit. Maybe there's some good shit there. But what was the other one that she said? Something to do with
production
fucking...
company are expressions of the political landscape that ban pretty much a lot of my movies coming out from my production companies about the Taliban through my work. I made a documentary called Bread and Roses about the Taliban retakeover in Afghanistan, and Swarovski versus Texas about the
abortion ban shit. Well done, Jennifer Lawrence. You've made 3 pointless, ridiculous, retarded, propaganda-filled, most likely, documentaries. Well done. That nobody's fucking probably seen. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be people out there that see it. But you know what I mean. The masses. Wow. And then you got Billy Bob Thornton. Now, oh, hang on. Before we get into the Billy Bob Thornton thing, this was obviously going around. Now, this one clip made me think of the way actors were in like the late 90s, early 2000s, going into like the late 2000s, I guess. Or the early teens, so to speak, right? You know, seeing this actually got a kind of a chuckle out of me.
If they were going to direct a new Twilight, would you do it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think you should, but okay.
They're great.
Oh.
Literally, I like taking jobs of younger actors.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I want to play 17 again. There's the movie, Zach's movie, 17 again.
I did think it was insane when you cold FaceTimed me, and I was like, it's crazy to cold FaceTime somebody, and you were like, no, it's Gen Z. Do you wish you were a Gen Z? You're not Gen Z, you're a millennial. No, you're a millennial. How old are you?
Truthful?
I believe that you believe that you're Gen Z.
I am Gen Z.
What year were you born?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I can't do this.
See, to me, that is just... It's too, yes, they are fucking actors. Yes, they are fucking elites, whatever you want to fucking call them. But in this moment, it is just two friends, people, obviously doing a little bit of a bit because of the lie detector and everything. But it just comes across like even just the reactions, the way the questions asked, the oh, okay, I don't think you should. Like, it's just very natural and very normal. And it puts a smile on your face when you see where it used to put a bigger smile on people's faces when they saw people that they're like acting just completely normal or stupid, making, fun of each other. There's always the Jennifer Lawrence with the Chris Pratt thing when they're talking about their sex scene together. And Chris goes, oh, I felt your dick poking into my hip or whatever he said. That's all we kind of want from actors, to be honest with you, is for them to actually allow us to escape from fucking reality for a second, maybe have a laugh, maybe have a cry, maybe, I don't know, make you feel some way about something other than maybe what's going on in your real life. Are you in love with this man? No, not at all. In fact, I really don't like Pattinson. I haven't even watched his Batman movie. It's not that I don't like, it's just like I never watched Twilight. The premise of what I did see from Twilight looked fucking ridiculous. And in all honesty, that's really, other than that and Batman, that's the only two things that I really know him in. So, no, I don't love this man. Where are we going next? And then we got Billy Bob Thornton. Now, there was, as I was looking for, I was actually looking for the other clip of when, now it might be in this 1 minute 30 and I just didn't know it, but I was actually looking for the bit where they talk about the Landman monologue bit. And I think Billy's Bob Thornton is maybe copping a little bit of flack for that now. I saw something now, again, because I haven't heard it as like this full-on thing that, you know, he's copping backlash for what he said. I don't know whether or not there's much to it. But, you know, all he was saying was like, you know, he read the monologue and it made sense to him. And the monologue is about the wind farm, the wind turbines and stuff like that. And him talking about how, you know, the infrastructure that we've got right now, you know, it's been there for fucking decades. And, you know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch the fucking, just type in Landman, wind farm monologue or something like that. Really good because it's the truth. It's true. The crazy thing is in that bit of dialogue, everything that he says is true. And in his response in the interview, he says, like, when you read it and it's just true to you, like, that's real. And it, like, he even has to say, it almost feels like, this is why I wanted to find it, because he almost goes on to say, like, you know, and it's not that I believe it, it's just, it made sense to me. Or something along those lines. And again, it's just actors being fucking, just say it. Yes, it made sense to me because it's fucking the truth. Let's take and I like I said, I saw this and I thought, because he's talking about fans or something in this, and I thought we could just have a quick look at that as well. But let's take a listen to what Billy Bob Thornton has to say on Joe Rogan.
That has thrown you in jail, you know. But there's something about having heroes that are unattainable for you. That way they can stay in that magic spot. So I think we've lost magic and mystery and all these things.
Well, it certainly happens when you hear actors talk about politics. Mm-hmm. When actors become activists, it's like, okay.
Which is nearly every fucking one of them.
I donate to a lot of charities, mainly children's stuff, but nobody knows it. I don't go to the award show and talk about it when I'm getting my award. It's like Ricky Gervais said in that skit of his. You know, he said, "Look, you know, come up here, accept your little award, and fuck off."
Yeah.
You know, I think first of all, unless you have really studied stuff and really know about a subject fully.
Maybe it is in
this. Who
the
hell would want to listen to an actor or a musician talk about politics?
Of course, we've been saying that fucking exact thing for fucking years. 4 years.
You know what I mean? It's like, are we supposed to follow this? I mean, if we are, what if they lead you down the wrong road? And, you know, and politically, I call myself a radical moderate. I'm like very strong in my opinions. But my opinions don't belong to any political party. And
well, also too, your opinions don't belong to anybody other than yourself, especially when it comes to politics. Again, I remember growing up in the 90s, elections come up. I remember once actually asking my uncle, I was young. It was the first time I sort of started to understand these things called elections. And I asked my uncle, I'm like, who are you voting for? And he goes, you don't ask that. You don't ask people that. And I never understood why. I never, like, even when he said it at the time, I'm like, why? And he just said, you just don't ask that. And it's like, that was fair enough. Like, what if he's politically leaning differently to, let's say, my mom or my dad, and then he tells me, oh, I'm going to vote for this person. And then I just go running straight home, and just out of nowhere, I go, oh, Uncle Mike's going to vote for this person. Maybe mum and dad are talking about, oh, who are we going to vote for? Blah, blah, blah. What are we looking at? What's going on? Blah. Like, you know, I'm not saying that happened. I'm just saying it could be a situation where that happens. And you used to actually be told to keep your politics private. Now, silence is violence.
You know, I just look at what makes sense, and I think we need a common sense party in this country. That's actually what I think we need.
Yeah.
It's just,
yes, that's I said this on some other stream. I think it was Shad's stream earlier in the week. There's no left and right anymore. There's truth and there's lies. There's good and there's evil. That's like they're the two parties now.
just figure it out. It's pretty easy to figure out what this is all about, you know.
A non-ideologically captured party.
How about we just stand for truth and we follow reality and science and fact? I wish I had found that other one because, like I said, they never go full on with it. And this is why it leaves the door open for them to just be able to flip-flop on it. Let's see. What does he say? Hang on. They put my kid through school. Billy Bob Thornton says he feels that he owes it to fans to take time out of his day for them, saying it's a bad thing for our business to ignore those who help him find success. Again, I don't know Billy Bob's previous statements, previous politics, or anything like that. He could definitely be one of the good ones that just shuts up and does his thing. A bit like your Tom Cruise, although, you know, there is obviously controversy there too. But again, like, it's just in the current climate that we're in, it just seems too coincidental, if you know what I mean.
When they say, why don't you take pictures with everybody and stand there and talk to a woman whose son's in dental school for a half an hour? Here's the reason, because they put my kids through school. And so you owe it to them. You really do. And anybody who doesn't come out of their trailer, you know, because they're upset about, you know, I don't want to say that line or whatever it is. Yeah. Or if they ignore the fans and walk past them like they mean nothing, I think that's a bad thing for our business. And so I make sure that I do that. I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just saying I think I owe that when they say.
Well, yes. And I think there is definitely a lot of truth to that. A lot of truth to that. You know, the fans of a lot of IPs in recent times have been shat on by studios, by directors, by writers, by insiders, by people that just fucking work there, by fucking the fan base that they've culminated and stuff like that. I mean, good for you if you do that, Billy Bob Thornton. But, you know, once again, do you think that your words as an actor is going to influence or change any of those other fucking actors or anything out there? I don't know if you'd always be like that either. You know, 40-year-old white man standing outside your trailer going straight white man going absolutely crazy in front of your trailer just wanting to meet you and get your signature or whatever. You really going to come out and, you know, say hello and sign something? Maybe if you're in an okay mood. If you're in a pissed off mood, are you going to come out and say hello and sign something and smile for the camera? I don't know. You say things and I can't necessarily believe it anymore. I don't care whether or not you're involved in Landman, you know, a based good show. I haven't seen it based on what I'm hearing. All of them. Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know. Let's see which way the wind goes next week and see what you have to say. Keira Knightley, I don't know. Fucking Ruby Rose, well, you're so totally irrelevant, so it's not that I don't know, it's that I don't care. And Sydney Sweeney seems to be the only one that's actually been consistent from the very beginning. And that consistency gives her credibility. So we'll see. We'll see. It's certainly some of the celebrities are coming out and now, deflecting from the political questions and stuff like that. Perhaps, is it changing the entertainment that we're getting? Is it changing the fact that right now we're still getting a lot of woke crap, a lot of bullshit entertainment that has no story, that has no morals, that has no culture? Now, look, you always got to give it some time to, because how long has it taken them to make some of the stuff that they're releasing right now? You know what I mean? It's probably been in development for 3 years. Halfway through fucking Joe Biden's presidency is when they started production on this thing. Thunderbolts was great. Thanks, Blake. So you've got to give it some time for them to, maybe start doing some fucking proper entertainment again. But I honestly, I think we've lost our way when it comes to any entertainment. I don't know, but it certainly feels like right now to me that entertainment can't get back to. I mean, look, if we can't, as a species and as a world culture or whatever, get back to what living was like, not necessarily, look, I know inflation and everything, but what living and life was like back in the 90s, there's no way that we're going to get fucking entertainment and culture back to what it was like when it was the 90s or in the 90s. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. It really is. It really is. Why aren't those tabs fucking opening up a bit more? Why aren't they opening up a bit more? All right, we've got to get into some stuff. Oh man, my stomach. I need a drink. Idiot. All right. You're going to get a Joshy Boy break. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Ha, 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 ha. I got to hear it too, so fuck.
I like to get into a vibe. You know what I mean? So we'll get into it. We'll discuss it all. The truth is, it sort of is what it is. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Look. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? That's all good. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Totally understand it. Totally get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And asking me questions and this, that, second, the third. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Frankly, I'm a big believer in alchemy. You know what I mean? Sort of an esoteric, hippy dippy kind of a guy, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's all. You know what I mean? But, yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can cook. You know what I mean? Wife, this, that, second, and third. Do you know what I mean? 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 It is what it is. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You don't. I'm not doing it for charity. You know what I mean? So weird.
It's so weird. I'm not doing it for charity. So weird. Look what I've got. Look what I've got. I already had a chocolate coated donut. I think we'll go strawberry next. What do you reckon? Do you like your icing donuts or do you like cinnamon donuts? Which do you prefer? I like cinnamon donuts like with a coffee or something. Whereas like the iced donuts, I can you can just pound these down. That sounds gross. And they're fresh. It's a good donut. Foster's Donuts, you crazy. Oh. I should probably go put that back in the kitchen. Sorry. I didn't actually expect this to fucking derail me. Hold on 1 second. Did Yoda like donuts? These donuts are really good. Like I said, the dough's like, it's fresh, but the icing on top is really fresh too. Like they're brand new donuts. Sorry. My stomach was growling and I just needed to eat something really quickly. No fairy bread? No. I'll eat fairy bread if it's there at a kid's party or something. Donut ASMR, yeah. You hear me chewing that? It was a good donut. Glazed donuts or chocolate donuts? I like Krispy Kremes. And I just like the original Krispy Kremes, not like the so they've got some Krispy Kremes, like they fill them up with fucking Nutella and it's just like, it's a lot of fucking Nutella. By the time you get to all the Nutella in the middle, you want that Nutella to have been able to spread out over the whole donut. But you never get that. You just get this massive bite of Nutella right in the middle. Do they have Vegemite donuts in Australia? No, I don't think so. It's not a Vegemite. You wouldn't be able to turn Vegemite, I don't think, into any sort of dessert. Ahsoka isn't on the soda cans anymore. No, that's true, actually. No Star Wars fucking promotional shit. I need a shave. Fucking got the neck beard going. I need to get rid of all of that. Fucking look at me. Shut up, Rhino. All right. You have a tapeworm. No, I don't. I just like food. I don't. I'd like to say that I've been tested, but I haven't been tested. I don't think I need to be. My food intake is normal. Thank goodness. That was annoying. All right. Do I need my headphones? Let me just go through. There is a couple of audio things that we do need to listen to. I was literally, for a second there, I was thinking of not muting myself and actually leaning into the mic. Just fully burping. right into the mic. What's that cat hair? Fucking ears. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Do it. Do it. I should have that clip, but I don't have it, do I? Do it. I really don't have it. Oh. That's a shame. All right. Let's talk a little bit about some Star Wars stuff. Let me just check here. Because, okay. How am I going to... Because we got a couple of trailers. They're not Star Wars related. We've got the Toy Story little teaser thing that they came out with. And we've also got the Mario trailer that I just wanted to talk about really quickly. But before we do, let's just bring up, like I said, the Star Wars stuff. Star Wars Starfighter. God, I can't. When's this supposed to be out? 2020? Is it 2026 or 2027? Let me just. I probably ask this every fucking week or every time we talk about it, but it just goes to show how much I fucking don't care. Release date. Release date. 28th of May, 2027. 28th of May, 2027. Sean Levy says Star Wars Starfighter is an all-new, non-sequel, non-prequel adventure. It's new characters. It's new characters. It's a new timeline. It inherits legacy themes, but it's really trying to give Star Wars fans, and it's really trying to give Star Wars fans and just movie audiences something fresh, something new. This is where, for me, Star Wars is like a little bit. The people that are making it, it's another point to make in regards to the people that are making Star Wars not understanding Star Wars. Okay, yeah, it's all new, non-sequel, non-prequel adventure. So there is no like. You're trying to basically say that this is just an all-new story in the Star Wars galaxy and everything like that. The thing is that the Star Wars galaxy should be just one consistent timeline. Now, yes, obviously, you've got a lot of beings living in this fucking universe. You've got a lot of stories that you could be telling, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be attached to your fucking main story lines. But you've got to make sure that there are that it is in that universe. And the only way that they know how to make sure that something is in the universe, and especially to try and lessen, you probably get more lessen this, the George Lucas stuff is what I was going to say. You'll probably get more and more things like your Canto Bight name drops as opposed to your Coruscant name drops. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? I should actually just clip that out, and every time I want to ask, do you know what I mean, to the chat, I just play the clip. You know what I mean? So the thing is with this is that you say that it's all new, non-sequel, non-prequel adventure. You know what's really funny is that, like, that's not really what fans want. Yeah, they want different stories within the galaxy and stuff like that. Yes, okay, it doesn't need to be full-on connected to the sequels or the prequels or anything like that. But, you know, even just in the statement of saying this all-new thing, I know what they're getting at. I know what that they're implying by it. But it's, again, not what fans want. It's really not. Does that mean it's an original trilogy adventure? That's a great point, Mike. That's actually a great point. They mention it's it's non-sequel and it's a non-prequel. I think what they're just trying to say by that, Mike, is that it's not connected to anything. Mando, it's not a prequel or a sequel to Mando. It's not a prequel. But I call bullshit on that as well. You know why? Because they'll find something in this to connect it to the universe in a way that it connects to one of their main stories somewhere. Surely they are not fucking they're not fucking letting go of the fact that what they did with the sequels. So surely through something like this, they're going to try and find a way to justify the sequels. New timeline sounds multiverse. What I understand what you're saying there, Fear of FEMA. I don't think I would have to hear it in the context of how he's saying what he's saying, but also too, I would like to ask that follow-up question. I don't think he's talking about multiverse. What I think he's saying, it's new characters, new timeline, and it inherits the legacy themes. So all he's trying to say is it inherits Star Wars themes, right? But it's not a separate timeline. It's a parallel, you could say, timeline, but it's not going to be connected to any of the stuff that we've seen. So it's just like, so, you know, all of these events could have been happening at the same time as Return of the Jedi was happening, just as an example, right? But in this, there is no real reference to that, which the thing is with doing that is that sometimes that can be a bad thing, right? Because if there was something so massive, let's say this coincides in the same time space as Revenge of the Sith, right? And you've got this massive galactic thing going down, fucking the Jedi Temple on Coruscant's being fucking absolutely burnt to the ground, fucking shit's going haywire, and you got this other adventure story going on. Like, you got to remember, there's things like the HoloNet, but this is where Disney forgets those things. They will isolate it so far away from that to try and keep it separate, to try and keep people's interest in this all-new fucking Star Wars character and storyline of this character. And again, one of the ideas of doing that is to eventually do your Avengers style thing, right? We tell this person's individual story and then they'll do another one. They'll see how successful this is and then they'll do another one. And yeah, this character over here, and we'll start telling his story. And then we'll do this character here and we'll start telling his story. And then we'll bring them all together with the main storyline characters and blah, 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 blah. You know. Now, I've got to say, because SWA, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't miss them. I saw them, but I was just in my fucking groove. And then they obviously passed, and I actually forgot to actually bring it up. But SWA, which is really bad, because please continue giving member chats and super chats and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It definitely helps. And I don't mean to forget it, but SWA, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. If you got a membership, thank you. Thank SWA for your membership. And now you got access to the emojis. I got a really fucking stuffy nose today, and I'm actually having to snort. Maybe that's my penance. Give me a fucking head cold for fucking making fun of Josh, making me trying to make me sound like him. And then we've got Gabriel Knight for $5, comes in and says, did you catch Bane of the Shill's takedown of the Script Trooper YouTube video attacking the Gatekeepers Alliance this past Monday? No. Like I said, I did watch some of Justin's stream. I must have not catched any of the Script Trooper thing. I did see that Script Trooper got a nomination on Melvin's Shill of the Week. Man, it's hard for me because I've missed some stuff. I don't know. I never really had a problem with Script Trooper. But then I think there was something on Melvin's channel where Script Trooper's trying to say that the expanded universe isn't canon or was never canon or something along those lines. And I got to really disagree with you there. And I'm actually going to clip this out thanks to fucking Justin. I know I've got it in my bookmarks. I just need to find it. Oh, where is it? Oh, there's a trailer there that I want to watch too. Oh, no. I know I had it. Better not be gone. Oh, there it is.
It was all It was all canon. Everything published was canon. It was all canon. Everything published was canon. It was all canon. Everything published
was canon. That's the thing that just doesn't make sense to me is like, what do you think that these fucking authors were doing when they were employed by fucking George Lucas to come in and write fucking Star Wars stories? Thank you, Gabriel Knight. No, I like I said, I didn't really see it. I'm so over fucking Star Wars. Like, it's funny. This Josh thing has sort of brought me back into just paying attention to what's been going on. As opposed to just the recycled bullshit news stories that we get for Star Wars in the last fucking few months. I started paying attention to what some of the people in the fan base was sort of saying and doing. But anyway, back to this. So, I truly think that they think that Ryan Gosling is going to fucking bring people to the theaters for this movie. That couldn't be further from the truth. They need a good story. You could put a nobody. You could put an absolute nobody. And it probably would have been better to put an absolute nobody in there. It would have been cheaper for you guys, number one. And number two, if you put a nobody in there, then maybe people would start to be like, shit, well, your story better be fucking good. Maybe they've got a lot of faith in their fucking story. Maybe they've got fucking heaps of shit. So, again, I mean, that's not until 2027. We've still got a lot between now and fucking Starfighter. It's going to be interesting to see if we even fucking get Starfighter. I think it's one of those ones that we are, but you know, it's again crazy to see that the three movies and the three projects that they announced at fucking Star Wars Celebration 2023 are nowhere to be seen. James Mangold's movie, Dave Filoni's movie, and fucking the Rey movie. Charmin Obaid-Chinoy's movie. What a load of shit. Disney Lucasfilm has been laying low recently. They've been laying low for a long time because they've actually got nothing. They've again, if you actually go to their Twitter or go to even their fucking YouTube, you want to see what their YouTube looks like? I'm not talking necessarily even about fucking views or anything like that. We could actually probably check that out. But it is literally just these videos over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Fucking look at some of these views. 22, 9.5 7 days ago. I thought that was 1.0. It's 10. 89. What's this for? Galaxy of Heroes. Trailer. How many views did that have? 89. It's just for the mobile game. Fucking mobile games. Where were we? Fuck. Filmmaker focus. Filmmaker focus. Official clip. Filmmaker focus. Official clip. Official clip. Filmmaker focus. TV spot. Filmmaker focus. Side by side. Filmmaker focus. Original clip. Original clip. Interview. Interview. Fucking, what was that? Launch trailer. For what? Star Wars Beyond Victory. Cool. Original clip. Original clip. Original clip. Original trailer. Original trailer. It's fucking their biggest thing has been 9.7. That's even low. That's even low. 9.7 million views on the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer from a month ago. And the Visions, the two Visions trailers and the next highest in the last fucking since then. Just under 400,000 and 150,000. Original clip, behind the scenes, fucking, announcement for Switch. Original clip, compilation, compilation, compilation. Original clip, compilation, original clip, compilation, original clip, behind the scenes, cast. Fucking original trailer. What the fuck, man? Original clip, I am your father with fucking Pedro Pascal unboxing fucking Grogu. What the fuck is that?
You're like a father to him.
Wherever I go,
oh
he goes.
My God.
You're very special, kid.
It's got nearly 100,000 views.
Incredible. They nailed it. They nailed it. Oh, wow. Wow, this is so bad. Sorry, don't use words like that at home, kids.
My dad was the same way.
I didn't have anything like this when I was a kid. Where can you get this? Unbelievable. What's Vader doing with this, like, torpedo thing? Is there a show I missed?
You know what? I want to know why he's now always wearing these shirts that make him look like when the mask turns into the guy that's playing the maracas. You know what I'm talking about? When he goes jig jiggy boom, jig jiggy boom, jig jiggy boom. How do you spell them? Oh my god, The Mask. Let's just get to the bit where he changes. Here we go. Here, this is Pedro Pascal. See? Same shirt. Same fucking shirt.
Vader has a Mando weapon on him? Blasphemy. You know what? You fall. Mando can have anything he wants. Wizard. What I love more than anything is kind of like walking around and seeing Grogu as part of Christmas decorations.
Whatever. No more of that. Thank you. Where were we? Fucking 27-second video got 57,000 views. Galactic Battle 5, Death Star, whatever. That's got nothing in the thumbnail. Saw's speech. Original clip. I don't know. Unboxing with the cast. Original clip. Like, anyway, you get the idea. I could fucking go on. The speech. Original clip. Fucking their YouTube, their fucking everything about Star Wars right now is such a nightmare. Such a fucking nightmare. So anyway, we'll see with that. Rian Johnson says he has heard about the cancelled The Hunt for Ben Solo film. I want to see Adam Driver in another Star Wars movie, man. Let's get some context.
The way, what is the status, right?
Well, okay, so there's actually two parts to this. So there was a clip that just went viral of just him talking about the Ben Solo stuff. But prior to the Ben Solo thing, they asked him about his undeveloped trilogy.
The way, what is the status, Ryan, of your undeveloped, untitled Star Wars trilogy project?
Well, right now I've had my hands kind of full making these.
Yeah.
I made a whole other trilogy of Knives Out movies. So,
right.
Yeah. I mean, making The Last Jedi was like the best experience of my life, and I'm still tight with the folks at Lucasfilm. We're not actively working on it right now, but if down the line it makes sense to come back into that universe, I'd be thrilled.
Like, honestly, if this was, I mean, we all said it after The Last Jedi, didn't we? Fucking, he better not fucking do another Star Wars movie ever again, blah, 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 blah. That's how we reacted. Now I'm at the point of like, you know what? You know what? I almost kind of wish they actually let him do it at the time. Oh my God, this is so fucking painful to watch. Rhino, why the hell are you subjecting us to this crap? Because I have to subject myself to this crap. So, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm at this point in time now, I'm like, go for it. Bring Ben Solo back. Do it. Fucking do your Rey movie. Do it. Do your Rian Johnson trilogy. Do it. Do it all. Do it all, and good luck to you. The faster you do it, the faster you run out of money.
Which Adam Driver said he wanted to make a Ben Solo movie, and he got
saw
turned
that.
down by Disney. Like,
Yeah, I have no idea what happened with any of that, but I just read about that, and I was like, I want to see Adam in another Star Wars movie.
don't
Man.
cockblock my conversation with Ryan, please.
Anyway, he basically just says he wants to see him in another one. I actually don't think. I think the more viral part to this is him talking about his trilogy again, which is a nothing burger. I'm not saying that it's a viral story or anything like that, but I think that that's the biggest. That's a bigger part of basically this 50-second clip. Fucking. Let me show you. Hang on. Are we even up to that yet? Look at the Ben Solo thing there. I actually retweeted this, but this is one of the things for Seal of the Week. So there's now a Hunt for Ben Solo Twitter page. It has 1,273 followers. Woo! Wow. Disney Star Wars fandom coming together. I think I retweeted this. Oh, no, it wasn't this. I retweeted the photo of this, and it said, the Star Wars fandom's united, coming out in force to protest that they want fucking the Hunt for Ben Solo back or something. And I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literally 7 people and a fucking porg. And this guy in the back here is literally walking past them. And, like, if you zoom in on him, he looks like he wishes he wasn't in that photo. He doesn't even want to photo bomb it. So, and this video, this actually leads straight into that. So this is from change.org. Thousands of Star Wars fans have signed a petition urging Disney to reconsider greenlighting the Hunt for Ben Solo. The now shelved film. The crazy thing is that, like, I don't even think it was ever really shelved. It was never greenlit. So it was a little pet project that fucking Adam Driver and they were working on. They never got asked to work on it. They never got told to work on it. They did something. They presented it. You fucking idiots at fucking Lucasfilm said yes. And the smart business people at fucking Disney said, are you kidding me? Developed by Adam Driver and director Steven Soderbergh, would have explored what happened to Ben Solo after the Rise of Skywalker. Let's take a look. Oh my God. A whole 5,957 signatures. Oh my God. What did they say in that fucking thing? Thousands of fans signed. And then listen to what he has to say about how I've never seen the Star Wars fan base so united. You kidding me?
Apparently, Adam Driver developed a Star Wars film with director Steven Soderbergh titled The Hunt for Ben Solo, and while Lucasfilm was game, Disney ended up saying no. But Star Wars fans have spoken, and thousands have signed a petition urging Disney to reconsider. Driver recently said,
Yeah, literally thousands. You haven't even braked 10,000. This petition is worse than the Acolyte petition, isn't it? Does somebody still have access to the Acolyte petition? Tell me how many fucking signatures that got.
Said in an interview that the project would have explored what happened to Ben Solo after the Rise of Skywalker. And while Lucasfilm supported the idea, Disney executives declined, questioning how Ben Solo could return since the character died in the previous film.
You know why this has become like a viral story within the Star Wars fucking, or at least within the Disney Star Wars fucking, because they got nothing. They've got nothing. They've had nothing for months. They've had nothing to talk about for months. Nothing new. It's recycled bullshit news stories that they keep trying to grift off those fucking stories, but nobody's listening anymore. Nobody fucking cares anymore. And the biggest, most fucking hyped thing that they can create, the Disney Star Wars fan base can create, is fucking a fucking petition with less than 6,000 signatures to say, what, green light for you, for 6,000 people. They're going to green light the hunt for fucking Ben Solo. Good luck.
But fans have argued that death has rarely been permanent in the Star Wars universe. Emperor Palpatine was blown up and later brought back, Darth Maul survived being cut in half and falling into an abyss, and Boba Fett returned after supposedly dying in the Sarlacc pit.
You talk about those three like... You got Palpatine that in George's canon never returned. It's fucking Disney Star Wars canon that fucking made him come back from nothing. You've got, let's say, Dave Filoni's canon. I know it was still under the leadership of George Lucas, and I feel like that it's a massive fucking mistake, right? But that's more that's more Dave Filoni canon bullshit of slicing him in half and bringing him back. And what was the third one? Boba Fett. Now, in the EU, Boba Fett does survive the Sarlacc anyway and does come out of that. And they basically just played on that anyway. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I've actually got more of a problem with the fact that they've just automatically turned his fucking armor into Beskar when it's actually Durasteel. Like, that pisses me off. That's changing the birthday of a fucking character just so that you can have him in there. Kiadi Mundi, that's the same shit. Hyperspace skipping, all of that shit. It's the same. You're just changing it at the snap of your fingers for no real reason whatsoever. Other than the fact that you want Beskar to be a massive fucking thing, even though it should be one of the rarest fucking things. But this fucking idiot tends to forget mentioning Reva gets stabbed twice with a lightsaber, survives. Sabine gets stabbed with a lightsaber, survives. Fucking, who else have we got? I know there's more. Why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? You've got fucking, what's his name, getting shot at the end of fucking Boba Fett, who's probably going to survive that. Oh, see the blinking light on his chest? It means his heart's still beating.
Boba Fett returned after supposedly dying in the Sarlacc pit. The petition
supposedly dying
argues that Ben Solo's story deserves a continuation and that bringing Adam Driver back could open new directions for the Star Wars universe. Should Disney reconsider and greenlight Driver's pitch?
It's so funny that he even brings up the petition's only got 5,528 at the timing of this fucking recording.
You can read or sign the petition at our link in bio. Apparently,
Gay. We'll keep an eye on that, actually. We're going to keep that bookmarked, and we're going to keep an eye on that petition. I want to see what it's at next week, if I can fucking remember to bring it up next week. You guys are going to have to remind me. There you go. Acolyte had 85,000 signatures. That's actually really telling. You know why? Because that means that there's probably a good 80,000 people that signed that petition that actually don't give a fuck about Star Wars. Now, do you reckon 80,000 of those people that signed that are not fucking weirdos enough to the point where they would sign the Adam Driver one? Of course they fucking would. How did that come up? Oh, that's because I went into dark mode. Whoa. Yeah, that was really weird. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. Fuck that. Oh, and then I saw this. And I shared it with in the Flashcast group chat, and I'm like, box office predictions. So Star Wars returns to the big screen. The Force Awakens is reportedly heading back to theaters for its 10th anniversary celebration. To me, this is actually probably going to be one of the funny ones. This is going to be telling. It's going to be telling to see how it does in regards to what was the most recent original Star Wars movie that got released in theaters because of an anniversary? Was it Revenge of the Sith? Was it Return of the Jedi? Or what? I know that the fucking Star Wars is coming up with its 50th anniversary, but wasn't there an anniversary for this year for something? It'd just be interesting to see how the box office was at Empire. It'd be interesting to see what the box office performance would be for something like that. You'd have to take massive considerations and checking to see how many theaters they were in and all of that sort of stuff as well. And obviously, you would just want to check the timing of them as well. You've got something that might be released during, let's say, a school holidays period, as opposed to a very busy time of year where people aren't going to the theaters much. I don't know. Again, that's for other people to sort of look at. It'd just be an interesting thing to see. You know, for this movie performing as well as it did when it first came out, it was over $2 billion, wasn't it? Yeah. It's been getting stabbed and shrugging off the next day really took me out of the show. I mean, come on. How does a lightsaber not kill you, or at least seriously injure you for a long period of time? Well, the thing that I look at with it is like, you know, fucking Luke on Hoth. You know, I don't like, he gets, you know, scratched up a little bit and stuff like that. He's probably suffering more from pneumonia or something and being cold for as long as he's been cold for and trying to deal with that. And that's why he's in the Bacta tank, but he's still in a Bacta tank for what, half a day? Still got to get a hand made and all of that sort of shit. Well, the hand fixed up. So, well, they kind of show that more so that you see, like, okay, after he got his arm chopped off at the end of Empire. I mean, no. Where am I getting mixed up there? When they do the check with the thing, that's on Hoth, right? I'm getting mixed up. Anyway, I'm losing track. Back to this. Fucking, let's see how it performs at the box office. I don't think that there's going to be too many people that go and see it. It wouldn't surprise me if it's just those 5,000 people that have signed that petition that actually go and see this movie in theaters. And it's going to be telling, man. It's going to be so telling to see what happens with the Mandalorian and Grogu. It really is. It really is. All right, let's get into... That's pretty much all the Star Wars news. All the Star Wars news, get rid of that. All right, we've got the Mario trailer. We've got a little bit of... and then we've got the Toy Story trailer. And then we can get into Seal of the Week. Let's give this a watch. Now, I'm not... I haven't even watched the first one. This piqued my interest because of fucking Brie Larson being in it. Now, let's just watch it.
Hey, big guy! Oh, you wanted to see us? Don't move, I'll be right up. sipping the soup, cleaning the paint. Boodle-doo, boodle-doo, and also trim the bonsai bush. Here we go. Hey, Luigi. What's up, Mario? Behold, I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors. It's trash.
How dare you look at my masterpiece and say that?
I'll burn the skin off your bones!
Wow. Sorry about that. That's the old Bowser talking. Still working through my demons, I suppose. Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
It's not my thing, man, at all.
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me.
Okay, so not for me. Not my thing, to be fair. Like, you know, maybe if I was sitting down with you know, my mates' boys watching a movie or something, we'd watch something like that. My nieces and nephews are probably too old for something like that these days. Sit down with their uncle and watch that. But Brie Larson is in this movie, and she is Princess Rosalia. I don't know where this scene comes from. I thought this was from out of the trailer, but it's not. So let's take a listen to what she sounds like it, doing voice acting.
Once upon a time, there was a brave and noble princess named Peach.
I want to hear the story about the plumbers.
We did that one last night.
Plumber, 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 plumber.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this ends up going. Fucking Brie comes out and says, I didn't voice act in Mario for 40-year-old white dudes. Did it for 10-year-old white dudes. Like, I don't know. There's people out there saying that she sounds completely bland, and there's people out there that saying that she sounds fine. I think that she sounds fine. To me, knowing that it's actually her, it would have been better not knowing. You know, I always sometimes like to try and guess who's voice acting that, or who's doing that voice, or who's doing that voice, if I don't know, obviously. She needs to go to the Hollywood Circle. I don't know. Sometimes with the way people were brought up, it's their attitude and the way that they act towards other people is ingrained in them, you know. And then there was the Toy Story little teaser, which we're gonna just quickly watch that because I do have something where I think that this is going. And I don't know if there's leaks out there. Oh, we've got the audio. We don't really need the in excess.
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
I was standing. You were there. Two worlds colliding. And they could never, ever tear us apart.
Oh, thank you. Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Okay, so again, I don't know if there's been any like story or plot leaks or anything like that in regards to what this is going to be. To me, it just seems like the toys are going to have to try and figure out a way to be played with in a digital era or something like that. You know, she's just going to get ingrained in her tablet. The toys are going to be trying to figure out how to get her out of the hypnotism of the frog machine, or I don't fucking know, something weird. Somehow Woody returned. What's the last one? Is the last one where they escape from the fucking the childcare center? Yes, she did say that she was the first ever action star, first ever actress. That's what I think that this is going to be. Like I said, I might be right on the money, and they've already given a synopsis of what this fifth one's going to be about. But just from seeing this, it's all I get from it. All the toys are scared. You know, they're not being played with anymore. And then you get Buzz and that at the end. That is the third one. Well, I haven't seen the fourth one then. I have not seen the fourth one then. Maybe I should see it. They just like the third one was okay, I guess. I like the first one and the second one, I think are just really good. And then from number 3, it starts to fall off, and I haven't seen number 4, but I haven't heard good things about number 4. And then I haven't heard the best things about number 4. And then obviously they're coming out with this, and that's the teaser that you get. Like I said, I just think it's going to be, she's going to be playing on her tablet the whole time, and the toys are going to try and figure out how to fucking get her to play with them. All right, let's do this.
I'm all the Jedi.
Okay, so before we actually, this is kind of a story within itself before we kind of get into Seal of the Week. We're going to get straight into it, though, as soon as we get sort of through this. So Oscar Isaac was asked if he would ever return to Star Wars for Disney, after Disney suspended Jimmy Kimmel for 4 days. I'd be open to it, although right now I'm not so open to working with Disney. But if they can find but if they can kind of figure out and, you know, not succumb to fascism, that would be great. Like, these people are just retarded. And like we were talking about celebrities earlier, this is fucking so dumb. So dumb. Like, it's just full of lies. The whole thing is lies. And then, of course, you've got Josie here. She, her, 27. What's it say? Star Wars was a mistake, George Lucas. So that's a George Lucas quote. Also, for Disney being homophobic and not letting Finn Poe be canon. Fucking shippers, man.
Yeah, I think that there could have been a very interesting forward thinking, or even not even forward thinking, just like current thinking love story there. You know, it's something that hadn't quite been explored yet, particularly the dynamic between these two men in war that could have fallen in love with each other.
Oh.
I didn't even know that he said these things.
Oh, Dameron, you're alive.
Buddy, you completed my mission, Finn. That's my jacket. Oh. No. Keep it. It suits you.
And I was trying to push it a bit in that direction, but
weird.
The Disney overlords were not ready to do.
The Disney overlords were not ready to do that. They put in a lesbian kiss though. They took it out for China. Bianna, I don't know if that's how you say her name. She kind of gets two because she's put out like 2 tweets here. I actually went to go quote tweet her, and I went out of the quote tweet, and then I just made a tweet just saying dead, because her sign says, "Where's Ben Solo?" And I just put a post saying dead, and then the gif of Ben Solo like fading away. But I didn't do it as a quote tweet. I just ended up doing it as a tweet, but it's still relevant. Another outtake of our Rey from yesterday. I like that she's staring off into the distance like she's looking for Ben. Okay, we can't even I don't even care zooming in on that. And then you get the other post as well. So fucking, where's Ben Solo? He's fucking dead. Sorry. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you watched The Last Jedi or not. I mean, it's hard to tell whether or not you Disney weirdos are actually fucking fans and watch the shit, or whether or not you just fucking go along with the next best fucking trend. So that's nominee number 2. Nominee number 3 goes to that post that we brought up earlier, the hunt for Ben Solo. The Star Wars fandom hasn't been this united since the first teaser for The Force Awakens dropped. We've flown planes, got billboards. We've flown planes, got billboards, put up wanted posters across the globe, and we've come together at Disney headquarters. We're not stopping now. Hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo. And we don't need the music because we could just get copyrighted for it, even though it's only 12 seconds. Ooh, look at all the fans. Look at the number of them. 7 there. No one in that picture. Yeah, okay, we paid for a plane. Oh, yep. Looks like they're at a wedding or something. We put a billboard up that did fucking nothing. We wasted our money. It's so funny that, like, what's the picture? It's not Ben Solo. And then you get another 5 in that. Well done, guys. Well done. And then you got Sawyer saying, sick of men saying Rey never struggled. You mean she didn't face typical struggles of physical strength? She did, but that's besides the point. Can you give examples of when she did, please? Because it's not really besides the point. That's kind of the point that you're trying to make, isn't it? That she did fucking go through some struggles. 99% of her arc is her mental and emotional struggles with her individual... with her identity and belonging, which are just as valid. Hope this helps. Well, no, it really didn't. I can't even do anything on this. Okay, the worst part is I can't even bookmark because I'm fucking blocked because I yelled in her face. There's your 4 nominees, guys, for this week's Seal of the Week. Let me put the poll in the chat. Seal. There are your 4 nominees. Just to go back through them. Josie, number 1. Talking about how Disney is so homophobic that they wouldn't even put Finpo in canon. How dare they? You've got Brianna, by herself, just protesting outside fucking Disney. You've got the Hunt for Ben Solo page. And you've got Sawyer, number 4. Good luck to all our nominees. Get your votes in the poll. Now, let's see. Grizzy. Do we want to watch one of these Grace Randolph fucking Perfect Time for Romance? Great romantic comedy. One's 4 minutes, one's 12 minutes. I was kind of hoping that it'd have a Joshy boy fucking one. See, it's shit like them saying shit like this that makes me not even want to see it as well, to be fair. Do you still keep in touch with your friend Sawyer? Huh.
So the early reviews for Predator Badlands are in, and despite them being overwhelmingly positive, I think we can all agree that there definitely are some red flags if you look at some of these reviews closer. Especially when Grace Randolph kicks off her review saying this.
Did Predator just get Disney-fied? Yes. Yes, it did.
Oh my God.
There's no denying it. That is exactly what has happened.
So Predator has now been Disney-fied, which, as you and I both know, hasn't been a winning formula for other franchises. However, according to Grace, this film doesn't tie into any of the other Predator movies at all.
I learned a lot about Predator lore. Somebody might be like, how did you not know this going in? Well, I know it now, thank you very much. And by the way, you don't have to have seen a single Predator movie to get this one. It is a total standalone
that's not
film, an entry point movie. You can just go in and have a good time.
Now, I don't know about all of you, but to me, describing the film in that way screams Disney rebrand.
Yeah.
Especially when Grace Randolph walks out of the movie and in her non-spoiler review uses terms like modern elements and modern themes to target the
modern audiences.
I think it's that kind of creativity that has allowed Dan Trachtenberg to win over a fair amount, not all of them, but a fair amount of original Predator fans, even as he introduces more modern elements and themes into the franchise.
Oh. What's O? What? No, what's O? You just said O. No, I said
I love this movie.
Oh, like that's interesting, or oh, like we're screwed?
Oh, like
now, of course, the trick to expanding a franchise's fan base is not to lose or tick off.
It's the moment you realize you put those chips in and what the,
original fans as you bring in new ones.
Which, ironically, is exactly what Grace herself did on social media. Going on X and calling anyone who dares criticize Predator Badlands part of the incel brigade.
Oh, God.
Very original, Captain.
And then, in typical Grace Randolph fashion, of course, proceeds to call the robot companion for the Predator his girlfriend. And in a follow-up tweet, advocates for a romance between the Predator and the synthetic robot.
So
Dude, shut up. You know, because WandaVision happened, therefore that makes this okay. And that anyone who doesn't support this forward-thinking storytelling is a hater.
I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
I'll admit, as a female viewer, Elle Fanning is what really made this movie pop for me. She is just so good, as I said. Her futuristic athletic clothing with the thumb holes.
I fingered myself so hard, I broke a nail.
Elle, you look amazing. She had the thumb holes. I was loving it. Girl, you look good. Where are you getting that stuff?
Damn whore.
So naturally, she proceeded to get trolled by just about everyone on the internet over this, because basically, in a nutshell, Grace just simply doesn't understand the Predator movies, and actually believes in her own delusional universe that fans of the original movies would be fine with a Predator synthetic romantic relationship, with, of course, the intention of bringing in modern new audiences.
Now, of course, the trick to expanding a franchise's fan base is not to lose or tick off the original fans.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Anyway, that's Grace Randolph on Predator Badlands. Hey, at least she didn't say it was better than the original, right?
While the first Predator movie is, of course, absolute cinema, right? This movie? This is my favorite Predator movie. I haven't seen the first in a really long time.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Go and subscribe to Grizzy, guys. Fuck, like I said, it's shit like that that makes me not really want to go and see it. No, it doesn't, like, inspire me with... And I know that there's people out there that have thought that it's not that and that there's none of that in there. It's kind of like when you get people, you know, actors coming out and saying, oh, it's going to be basically a Trump allegory or something. And then you go and watch it. It's like, where was that? How did you even see that in what you fucking made? So there you go. How are we doing on the poll, ladies and gentlemen? We don't have as many people in the chat today. Does it have something to do with my start time? How many people are streaming right now? Oh, wow. Not as many as I thought, actually. Not as many as it looked like there was. Cecil, Mozza, Chrissy, Josiah's Gaming, Hypnotic. World Poker Tour is live. They're always fucking live. There you go. I got to figure out how to raid some fucking people. But let's get this poll done, shall we? So if we can get a couple more lurkers, anyone in the chat there? Number 1, Josie. Number 2, Brianna. Where's Ben Solo? Number 3, The Hunt for Ben Solo. And number 4 is Sawyer. Fucking Sawyer, man. I'm so sick of hearing these fucking Raylos defend fucking Raylo, to be fair. Why is she even a reviewer? Man, that makes... I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's weird. It's fucking weird. All right, we got a couple more votes in. We're just going to end it there. Thank you, everybody, for participating. I appreciate you. It looks like a landslide anyway, to be fair. So, in last place with no votes, sorry, Brianna, you get 0. You got 0 votes. And you even had 2 fucking entries for your one nominee. In third place, with 15% of the vote, was number 3, Hunt for Ben Solo. In second place, the runner-up this week, with 31% of the vote, was Josie. God, I thought that could have been a fucking winner. It really could have been. But this week's winner for Seal of the Week is Sawyer. Sawyer with 54% of the vote. Congratulations, you are this week's Seal of the Week. And we're done. We are done. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We'll see how I'm feeling. I've got a little bit of shit that I actually need to get done around the house because I did sleep in a little bit too much because I played Red Dead Redemption until 3 o'clock this morning. But I might play some Red Dead Redemption. I might chuck it on. I might boot up a stream. So stay posted or keep yourself posted. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, like everything. Even if you don't like it, fucking like it, all right? Thank you for everyone for being here. Thanks for those couple of super chats and gifted memberships, SWA and Gabriel Knight. I appreciate that. Appreciate that little bit of support there. The lurkers, thank you. The rewatchers, Lara A, I know you're there. I know you're there. Thank you for coming back and rewatching the stream. I appreciate you guys. PewDiePie is a dime a dozen on YouTube now. But he was there when it mattered. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. What do we got? Other than some gaming streams, I do need to start getting back to putting out some content again. I've almost taken like a week or two off, which isn't necessarily the best thing. It's just sometimes you get a little disappointed when you do a video a day and you're getting just that consistent 100, maybe 150 views, and the sub count isn't really climbing or anything. And you do that for like I wasn't able to get a video out every day, but I was doing that for a good maybe month there. And I know that I just need to maintain and continue being consistent. Eventually, hopefully, the algorithm will pick it up and push it out a little bit more, and hopefully that can grow and everything. I know it's just a matter of consistency, but it's hard not to, get a little disheartened sometimes. So we'll continue pushing though. And then, of course, you can catch me on Flashcast this weekend. Should be another good show. Hopefully we don't get too drunk because I need to go back to work on Monday. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. We will see you again next week. Peace.
They came bounding over.
Fuck off! Disney! You fucking cunt!
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the movie. There's one scene that sticks out, and it probably sticks out for everybody, which is that, have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
A few minutes? Are you kidding? At the rate they're gaining?
No, what is it? You have to shoot this. Traveling through hyperspace is like Dustin Crops, kid. Without precise calculations, we fly too close to a store. Or bounce into a supermarket and then...
Yeah.
Be a hell of a mess.
What's that?
Watch. You're losing your deflector shields. Go strap yourselves in. Be careful on the way out.
Yeah, sure. I'm taking very caution.
You go away.
We bounced too near a supermarket?